Let's talk a little bit about meditation, because you're either somebody who is fully in the meditation camp, or you think it's a bunch of granola. Like, it seems like it's either one side or the other. So I really want to talk about meditation with you, because I think people, again, think that I've got to sit on my pillow and I've got to do this thing. And, you talked a little bit about it, it's really just about breathing, being quiet, whatever. But what are the different ways that people can meditate? Like, can I meditate to music? Can I meditate while I'm swimming? Can I meditate? You know what I mean? Like, let's talk about that a little bit.
It's I feel like you can do anything meditatively if you're checked in. Like straight up meditation is where you are sitting on a cushion for what feels like an inordinate amount of time often. And there is something to be said for meditation that takes you deep into your somatic system, into your body, where the mind begins to slow down and you're not thinking about the next email that you have to send or the thing that you have to do. But anything that you can engage in fully and be fully present, that is a form of meditation, as long as you're aware that you're doing that. Right? Mm-hmm. Awareness. But yeah, so you can exercise meditatively. This is what might aptly be described as flow state when you're doing it in sports, or where you're just fully engaged in that space. Yeah. So you can do anything meditatively, I think.
Thank God, because I do my best meditation when I'm pooping. I'm not going to lie.
Being really present with that is important,
I listen. Forget the squatty potty. All I need
is just breathe. Be present with your poop.
It comes out like a t-shirt from a t-shirt cannon. It just
You're a winner.
Thung. Yep, done. Meditation's done.
Oh, feels so much better.
Okay, so we've covered what mindfulness is. We've covered, what meditation is, and that, again, you don't have to, devote these huge pieces of time to it. Like, start small, maybe set an alarm on your phone or whatever you want to do, and just chunk it out little piece by little piece. What does it feel, or what should it feel like when you're meditating? So when you're, a lot of people are sorry?
You're doing it right?
Yeah. What does it feel like when you're doing it right? Because I know I read a lot online of people that are like, I just can't stop the thoughts. Is that even what it's about?
No, I don't think it is. Now, the annoying response to that is, it's all right. All of it's correct. There's no way to do it wrong, right? Because the inability to stop your thoughts is important information, as frustrating as it might be. It's important information as to where you are and to what's coming up for you. Now, when I meditate, I want to drop into my body.
I thought that was going somewhere else. Go ahead.
No. And what that does for me is it does the thing that I'd been trying to do for a very, very long time, which is to shut off my brain. What I realized is, and I was listening to Pema Chodron, and for those people who know, she's this Buddhist monk, very prolific writer and writer on Eastern thought and meditation and all that. And she said that her meditation practice, after 30 years of doing it, is for shit. And I was like, what, Pema, if you can't do it, I'm fucked, right? I'm screwed. There's no way. And it was upon hearing that from her that I was like, well, there's got to be another way to do this. And I'm quite sure that I didn't reinvent the wheel. But what I started doing is I stopped paying so much attention to every thought that went by and to not attach to it. Don't attach to it. It's like saying, don't look at the purple monkey in your head. Well, there it is. Right. So no, what I started doing is I started bringing my consciousness and my awareness into my body. And as I did that, my brain slowly began to slow down. and just to a large degree stop. Prior to that, it felt like, they call it monkey mind, and it was just jumping around all over the place. And it was frustrating. It was hard. And, I stopped, lots of stops and starts. But this way of meditating, of stopping, of bringing my consciousness and my awareness down into my body. And I can give you an example of how to do that. So if you were just to sit with your hands on your thighs for a moment and just think about your left hand. Just think about it. There it is. I've got one. Now feel into your left hand. Notice the weightiness of it. Feel the warmth and the fleshiness of it, perhaps the bones. It may feel a little tingly at this point as you recognize the aliveness that's there. You feel the difference?
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Now do that with your body.
I'm not ready for that. I'm not at that. It really is. Like, I'm laughing, but it really is next level shit.
Yeah. It's fun though, because what I try to get clients in touch with is not just meditation and the meditative practice, but also the life force that lives within you. There is an energy that keeps your heart beating, that keeps the synapse going in the brain. And that energy is your life force. And when we can touch into that, man, that meditative process is a really powerful one.
Absolutely. So I think it's fair to say meditation is a huge part of mindfulness.
It doesn't have to be. If you listen to someone like Ellen Langer from Harvard, she's been writing on the subject since the early 70s. She's written 11 books and 22 papers on mindfulness. And she says, you don't have to meditate to be mindful. You just have to start noticing nuance. You just have to start paying attention. And she says, along the lines of autopilot, she says, most of us aren't there enough to know we aren't there. I love that quote from her. She's a brassy broad. You really like her. She's awesome. And she really makes mindfulness really accessible in that sense that, like, you don't have to sit and meditate. Meditation will help you, strengthen that muscle, but you don't have to do it. If you want to, she says, go home, notice 5 new things about your partner and watch what happens between the two of you. Watch what happens.
I'm going to do that with Corey tonight.
He's not going to know what hit him.
He's going to wonder why I'm staring at him.
Yeah. You're like, what?
I'm noticing 5 things.
No, stop being weird.